Thank you for tuning in to KGSM-TV. I'm Reed Gregory, bringing you your weekly newscast. First up, Missouri Western has recently hired a new brand consultant to help rebrand the university. Griffin Media's Darren Brinks gives us an inside look on what Greg Hatton is all about.
Greg Hatton has a long career in consumer products. He has experience with branding and marketing and has been offered to help enhance the brand of Missouri Western. With high hopes and plans, he believes he can enhance our brand efficiently.
So it's a short-term project where I am enhancing the brand. It's already a very good brand. It stands for a lot in the community as well as the region. But there are some things that I have learned as a marketer that we could probably do a little bit better, and that's what I am ferreting out, those cool stories of things that we're doing here and bringing those to life, if you will.
Greg Hatton recently spoke with the social media branding class, and one student, Luke Tice, was present during this time.
Mr. Hatton came into class today and talked to us about social media and branding. He gave us the introduction that it's important for a company or an organization to tell their story through their branding and their imaging. I learned it's important to use visualizations and imagery in social media. And I'll use that for organizations I work with, and in the future, whenever I may personally have a business or something like that, make sure that I use graphics and images and not tell big stories and have a lot of big text within my posts. I'm excited for Mr. Hatton to come to Missouri Western and help rebrand the university.
With Greg Hatton being present on campus, faculty and students have a lot of high hopes for the enhancement of our campus. I'm Darren Brinks with Griffin Media, signing off.
The Student Government Association just recently held its yearly election for next year's officers, and while current President Nathan Scott will remain in office, he has a new vice president by his side. Our own Brene Tate brings us more.
Connor Peters was born in Quincy, Illinois. He grew up with 4 siblings. Connor was always inclined to come to Missouri Western, considering he has an older brother who is currently a senior here.
So when I was a senior in high school, back in Kansas City, I was in DECA, which is a business organization. And I came up to St. Joseph here at Missouri Western for a DECA competition while I was still in high school. And I was sitting down in Blum, as a high schooler, probably eating Chick-fil-A or something. And my brother came down and got me, which is a nice surprise. And he brought me up here to the SGA offices. And he kind of gave me a tour and everything, and well, that's neat. So fast forward, a year later, and I was interested in joining SGA. So this is my freshman year, and I decided, I guess it was March of last year, I became a senator.
As Director of Public Relations, Connor manages SGA's Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. He drafts press releases and advises other members of the SGA Executive Board on how to best promote their events and activities. This year, Connor is running for SGA Vice President alongside Nathan Scott.
So I want to support RSOs more, do more events on campus, both with RSOs and just independently from SGA. So I really want to get students doing things on campus physically as much as possible.
Be on the lookout for everything that Connor Peters has plans for Missouri Western. I'm Brene Tate, reporting for Griffin Media.
And coming up, our own Brianna Reed will come on and give us a look at what's happening here on campus and around the area.
As fun as college is, it can be a really stressful time.
It's easy to feel alone.
Even in full classrooms, sometimes it still feels like you have no one.
It's especially easy to feel isolated during these crazy times.
It's hard to recognize the signs when you don't know them.
Don't be afraid to reach out and get help.
There are always ways to get help on campus.
The counseling center is always ready to work with you.
There's also lots of ways to get help off campus.
There are several different hotlines you can reach out to.
Make sure to check in on your friends and family.
Keep an eye out for the signs.
There's no shame in recognizing that you're struggling.
There's no shame in asking for help.
There is no shame in taking care of yourself.
You and your mental health are the priority.
See the signs. Take action.
Take action.
Take action.
Take action.
Take action.
Take action.
I'd really encourage, if you need to talk to someone, reach out to us. That's what we're here for.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brianna Reed. COVID-19 has made it extremely difficult for local businesses to stay alive, but a small bakery in Plattsburgh, Missouri is managing to thrive. Griffin Media's Jessica Stallard has more.
In the small town of Plattsburgh, Missouri, small businesses never last. There is a Pizza Hut, a Subway, and a Dollar General, but those are franchises. Sugar Whip Bakery has been open for nearly 3 years, while 2 other bakeries have closed over those years. The coronavirus has put a damper on most businesses, causing foreclosures. But in Melissa Falstrom, owner of Sugar Whip Bakery's case, the coronavirus has helped her business.
Surprising and very unexpected. I think it also helped because social media was pushing how important it was to support the local businesses at this time. And because people were staying within their community, we saw an increase of people coming in almost daily or picking up curbside almost daily.
With a boost in sales come new and old customers who enjoy supporting this small business and getting an escape from the world we're in right now. Nicole Shemeka has been a customer since day one and says this bakery is a nice breath of fresh air.
I don't know, it feels like I'm at home when I come in. It's just cozy, and I like the way she's decorated, and just everybody, no matter who she's had to work here, has always been super friendly and just makes you feel welcome. Versus if you go to a franchise place and they're wanting to get you in and out.
Sugar Whip Bakery is open on Tuesday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on Saturday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you are looking for a custom cake or a dessert, you can contact them at sugarwhippednyc@gmail.com. This is Jessica Stallard reporting for Griffin Media.
In the communication department, we tend to see each other as family, and recently one of our family members has retired. Don Baker meant a lot to us students. I'm happy to introduce this package from Brene Tate.
On February 19th, the communication department hosted a retirement party for Dawn Baker, celebrating the past 7 years that she has gave to the communication department. Dawn Baker became a student at Missouri Western in 1998. She graduated in 2006. She decided to come back in 2014 as an admin.
Hands down, absolutely, the best part of the job are the students. We have such, here on campus, a wild, wacky, wonderful bunch of involved, impressive, wonderful young people. And that's the part of the job I'm going to miss. The kids the most. So thank you for so many years, and go Griffs.
Dawn Baker made an incredible impact on all the students that she helped at her time at Missouri Western. She was always a smiling face and always welcomed the students into the communication department's office, always willing to help.
I'm gonna miss Dawn so much. I've had a great experience with her over the last 2 years since I've been in the department. I love her. Every time I came up here to see her, she was always so nice and helpful. So I'm happy for her though. I'm glad that she's moved on.
I've only met Dawn this year, and she's helped me so much with school and just signing up for classes. She's such a sweetheart. I'm gonna miss seeing her around the communications building and everything.
For me, Dawn was the one last semester where no one had keys to any of these rooms because it didn't work. And Dawn was always the one that came in. I'd be like, hey, can you open this room for me? Either for a class or if I was just doing work on my own. She never made it seem like a hassle for her. She always had a smile on her face. She was always happy to help her. And that's just who Dawn is. We're really going to miss her around here.
Dawn Baker will truly be missed here at Missouri Western. I'm Brene Tate, reporting for Griffin Media.
We just want to take a moment to recognize our own Ariane Boma on her new position as president of the Missouri College Media Association and Harry Loomis, the new secretary. On top of this, Missouri Western will be hosting the next annual conference. Coming up after this break, Harry Loomis will be here to talk about all things sports related here at Missouri Western.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Thank you for tuning into sports. I'm Harry Loomis. It's just past halfway through the spring season, and softball is off to a great 17-9 start. We're going to take it back Saturday, where the team hosted a doubleheader against Emporia State. The Hornets actually took the first game of this day 4-3, but the Griffins' bats would come alive in the second one. Bottom of the first, Emma Hofford's grounder finds its way through, and in comes Sydney Hawkins for the first of 2 runs that they would score in the opening frame. Kaylee Hines was on the hill, and she was very efficient in this one. She went the distance, allowing just 3 hits and 2 earned runs while striking out a trio of Hornets for her 8th win on the year. But it wasn't all smooth sailing for the senior. She ran into a bit of trouble in the 6th, as this line shot into left field made it a 4-3 game as the Hornets refused to go away in this one. But the Griffins were able to answer the call. Sydney Hawkins found a hole on the right side, and in came Ryan Gear as Hawkins continues her strong start to the season. Later on, Emma Hofford gives us one a ride to deep right. A one hopped off the wall as the Griffins picked up their 5th run in the inning to cruise to a 9-3 victory. They host Newman in Central Oklahoma this weekend. As everyone knows, this has been a crazy year and time for athletes everywhere. Go Griffins brings us this package to show what the students have dealt with all year and what to expect from them in the future.
There's a saying, you don't really know what you have till it's gone.
Sometimes it takes the harshest of reminders to open our eyes.
We are in a living history book right now.
Unprecedented chapters, unwritten pages, and a new test every day.
A test without answers.
We all want to do more, because your chance will come.
Without a clear road ahead. It's important to let history be our guide.
Get your space, you must go!
If things have to be done this way, they have to be done.
We have to be more disciplined, you feel me?
Yeah, that's what I want, right there.
But history tells us
this great nation will endure
that tough times don't last.
The hardest fight in your life is forcing yourself to change, to not accept what is.
Tough people do.
Tough people do.
Tough people do.
We're winning because we get to practice right now. With everything going on outside, you got to control what you control.
The schemes are going to get more intricate. And move on to try to make up for it. It's just taught everybody how to read and adapt. I feel like that's the biggest thing you could take from an athlete right now.
It's really blurry right now. You just got to stay on the course because there's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel.
And to come back stronger than ever together.
I want to say go, and when we do, it's going to be powerful.
And when that day comes,
We will be ready.
we'll be ready. We'll be ready. We'll be ready.
We'll be ready. We'll be ready.
We'll be ready. We'll be ready. We'll be ready. Nosotros estaremos preparados.
That bell will ring again at some point. We'll be ready.
We'll be ready. We'll be ready. We'll be ready. 我们会准备好的。
We'll be ready. We'll be ready.
Vi kommer vara redo.
We'll be ready.
We'll all be ready.
Whichever team is the first team to compete, that's turning the page officially on where we all need to get back.
And that's all for sports. We'll wrap it up after this.
A leading problem I've faced is a misunderstanding on the part of students of the importance of academic advising. They miss appointments. They don't make appointments. But what's most disappointing is when they come unprepared. Give me a student with a plan in their head, or better yet, on paper. We could talk about their interests, not just about their classes. We could discuss internships, classwork, grad programs. It would open the door to what advising is truly about.
Can I help you?
But instead, they come to me in a panic when they need to register because...
I need to talk to you. I was trying to register for my classes, but it wouldn't let me do it because I need my PIN, and I haven't had time to set up an advising, so I don't even know what classes I need to take, so I just signed up for a bunch of random ones, and I'm going to drop them later. So can I have my PIN real fast? Because I'm still logged into a computer in the lab. Am I interrupting?
Take ownership of your education. Make the most of your advisement by being proactive, punctual, and prepared. You'll open the door to more personalized attention and avoid costly setbacks. It's never too soon to begin planning your next steps at Missouri Western.
Thank you so much for tuning into this week's broadcast.
Make sure to check out the Griffin News for all your campus updates.
We hope to see you here next week on KGSM-TV.